Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. President Kennedy said, "A nation that is afraid to let its people judge the truth and falsehood in an open market is a nation that is afraid of its people." President Kennedy also said, "Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth." Fast forward to 2022. Last week, the Supreme Court ruled the Constitution does not confer a right to abortion. The authority to regulate abortion is returned to the people and their elected representatives. The Supreme Court didn't ban abortion, they just said it was up to the people and their representatives to decide. If you go to the National Public Radio website, or just about every other news website in the world, you would think there is unanimous support for the idea that women should be allowed to kill their unborn children. All of the news and all of the opinions being presented are pro-abortion. So it isn't clear what the problem is. The Supreme Court said it's up to the people to decide, and according to the press, almost everybody agrees. So if the press is accurately representing reality, it should be pretty easy for abortion advocates to get their laws passed. But instead of following the rule of law, protesters tried to break into the Arizona State Senate. When left-wing protesters break into a government building, the press describes it as stunning and brave. But when Republicans do it, the press describes it as an insurrection and says that the protesters should be thrown in prison. And Twitter used it as an excuse to silence the President of the United States and tens of thousands of his supporters. The vast majority of American counties voted for Donald Trump. But the press and social media have chosen to deny all of these red counties a voice. Discrimination and oppression are nothing new for the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party was founded to support slavery. Censorship has always been a key part of their strategy. When he was fighting against the Democrats in slavery, Frederick Douglass wrote, "To suppress free speech is a double wrong. It violates the rights of the hearer as well as those of the speaker. It is just as criminal to rob a man of his right to speak and hear as it would be to rob him of his money." Democrats' belief systems don't withstand any scrutiny, so they rely on censorship. Censorship of scientists is what makes it possible for people like Barack Obama to make absurd, unsupportable claims like this one. Scientists who disagree aren't given a voice, which is what makes it possible for Obama to make up fake statistics. And then nonsensical energy policy gets based around these sort of absurd statistics from politicians. Barack Obama's efforts to demonize our critical energy supply is what's brought us $5 per gallon gas and skyrocketing prices and everything else. Barack Obama's little white lies about climate are crushing the poor and the middle class. Things aren't going well for the Democrats, so they're trying to officially silence everyone who disagrees with them. Frederick Douglass said, "It is just as criminal to rob a man of his right to speak and hear as it would be to rob him of his money." And that's exactly what Barack Obama wants to do. Obama is no Jack Kennedy, and he's certainly no Frederick Douglass. A long time ago, Obama explained exactly what he's doing.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
And apparently, Biden and Obama have a lot to hide. Toto has been pulling back the curtain on this bad behavior for the past 14 years. You can visit Toto, Kyrie, Caesar, Upala, and Toki on the web at RealClimateScience.com.